The second part of the question is what happens if I don't like it and I want to leave? So, as you can imagine, or perhaps you haven't yet imagined, but many of these schools are in faraway locations where you don't have access, the school rather, doesn't have access to a pool of substitute teachers or other, unemployed teachers that they could hire to replace you should you leave suddenly. So, for a teacher to quit partway through the year places a tremendous strain on the school and has such a negative impact on the students themselves and their opportunities to learn and be successful and complete their Canadian high school graduation diploma. So there are, of course, penalties in the contract for breaking it. Um, Now, if a teacher, for whatever reason, wishes to leave, then there is a clause in the contract that allows them to give X days notice and leave, with very little penalty. And each school would have a different number. It might be, for example, 42 days notice. And because the schools offer return airfare, then one of the penalties might be, well, you don't, obviously the school's not going to pay for your trip home if you haven't met your end of the bargain. So there are, to answer the question, there are ways to leave the school early before the year is up and before the contract's up. But we do encourage teachers to consider your professional obligations and to ensure, unless it's an emergency and a family emergency of some kind, that you wouldn't be doing that. That you would stick it out to the end of the year, or if things are really um, just not working out for you, that you would, as early as possible, have a frank discussion with the school principal so that there's enough time for the school to make arrangements for replacement and to ensure that the kids get the great learning opportunities in their Canadian program that we hope they would get. Hope that answers the question.